are headed out on the paddleboard. We're gonna do a little bit of a dive mission in the mangroves, but I haven't been out on the paddleboard in a while, so I figured why not? We have an exceptionally high tide because it is a new moon. So conducive to lots of fish being in the mangroves. So I'm gonna get everything together, pack everything on, and we will paddle out. So I don't know if this tide is gonna work in our favor or against us, because it'll give the fish a lot more places to hide in the mangroves, but we will see. This is a substantially high tide. Normally you can't even paddle over this little spot right here, and I got about 2-3 feet. All right, we're off. Okay, after about a 20-minute paddle, we're here in the mangroves. Taking a look at my paddleboard here. Can you guys identify one key thing that I forgot? A very important thing. Oh, we got an air shark. A very important thing that I forgot to take with me. All right, let's get in the water. All right, the wind is behind me and it's actually blowing me home, which is nice. It's probably, I don't know if it's just you're getting winded out right now, but let's make it back to the house and then I'll discuss what I saw. That last mangrove was a bruiser, but he was on the way out and my gun's just too big. It was in the mangroves to turn around and get a good shot on him. I would have spooked him anyway, so I didn't bother taking one. But yeah, this is nice. Wind and tide is blowing me home, so I'll see you back at the house. First things first, we'll get these on ice. So you might be thinking that one of the things that I forgot was ice, which you'd be right, yes. So I've definitely felt good about the amount of fish I've been shooting as of late. My shots are getting better as far as that goes, but what I want to work on is my shot placement. I mean, this one was good, but you know, like that one, not so good. And it just causes a mess in the mangroves. It brings the sharks in, and I just feel that, you know, I could benefit from maybe focusing on a little bit better shot placement. Alright, this one might be a little interesting to clean. That's yet another reason why I want to work on shot placement, because, you know, cleaning these guys can be a bit of a hassle when they're like this. It wasn't too bad, actually. So what I want to do today is I've made ceviche on the channel plenty of times, but I want to put a bit of an Italian spin on it and do a ceviche but with Italian flavors, meaning instead of cilantro, we'll do like basil and tomato and serrano pepper, and I think it'll be interesting at the very least. Yeah, see, filleting them when they're blown apart like that is not the best, but we're making it work. All right, I'm gonna clean these up. We're gonna clean up the meat, and then we'll make our Italian ceviche. And I'll just show you real quick. So what I did, I removed the bones down the center, and then each side of the fillet. Not really dicing it up that crazy, pretty much just that. Then putting it in. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm actually not gonna do lime, I'm only gonna do lemons for our Italian ceviche. And again, no promises on this, it's just an idea that I had, and it's a curiosity of, will these flavors of tomato, basil, oregano, serrano pepper, will it work with the fish? And I don't know, will I eat it and just crave regular ceviche? We're gonna find out. But yeah, before I add any of our veg or any of that stuff, I'm gonna let this sit and cure for a bit in the lemon juice alone, because when you add the vegetables and everything, they're gonna release water and they're gonna dilute the acidity of our lemon juice. And I know people say that the lemon cooks the fish. It doesn't cook the fish, it cures the fish. So the acid is actually curing it. By no means is it cooked, and it is still considered a raw fish. Okay, so I'm gonna let this cure for at least, I don't know, probably an hour, 2 hours, somewhere around there. But in the meantime, we'll cut up all our other veg to get ready to put in. So I don't have too much to cut up, just some tomatoes, the serrano, a little bit of white onion. I like white onion, it's a little more forgiving than red onion. And then I'm gonna cut the basil right before we dress everything in the ceviche, because I don't want it to turn black on me. How hot this is. I can smell it. I think this is gonna be a hot one. Yes, yes it is. Because that's so hot, we're gonna cut out the pith and seeds here, because that is incredibly hot. Cutting a really hot serrano pepper is one way to let you know every cut you have on your hand. I didn't even know I had that cut. That is on fire right now. And last but not least, our white onion. Now, something that you can do with onion as well, I'm not going to because it doesn't really bother me, but after you chop this, you can put it in a bowl of water, and that takes out some of the oil that makes you burp and gives you indigestion. I'm gonna throw this in the fridge, and I'll see you in about an hour and a half. All right, we let our fish marinate. It could honestly go even a little bit longer, but right now it looks good. So now we're going to add garlic salt, and then our tomato, serrano, and white onion. Cut up some basil. I'm not going to go too crazy with the basil, just because it could overtake and overpower everything. And now, even with this mixed in, I'm going to let it sit for a little while, just to let everything marry, and then we'll give it a taste. So the tomatoes and the serrano are from the garden that Madeline grew.
Yay! But who built the box?
Me.
I mean, without a box, it's just a pile of dirt.
I mean, whatever.
All right, so we have Italian ceviche.
It looks kind of plain, but I'm sure it tastes delicious.
Looks kind of plain.
Everywhere.
No, I'm saying like it looks like just fish and tomatoes. I know it's gonna taste good.
So mind you, I just had a spicy pastrami sandwich and a whole bunch of cookie dough. So
This goes perfect with that.
my taste buds are maybe a little off.
All right, I'm tasting it.
Whoa, what's the juice?
It's just lemon juice.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hold on, what are the herbs in here then?
Just basil.
Wow.
Oh, basil.
It's a Italian.
Okay.
Hey.
Basil from the garden?
no, basil was store
Wow,
bought.
it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a little confusing.
I know.
Like my brain doesn't know what's going on, but
That's what I was worried about. That I was gonna be like, do I just want ceviche? But it's a whole different animal, and I know
it definitely is a different flavor.
I know everyone's gonna light it up in the comment. That's not ceviche, blah blah blah. Then what do you call it? I don't know, but it's lemon cured fish. It's the same way that you would make a ceviche, but just substituted the basil for cilantro.
It's not ceviche. It's ceviche.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, wow. That was pretty good.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
No.
Well, all right, guys. We're gonna eat, and I would say it's a success. It's now.
Very delicious.
When I think of ceviche, though, I crave really true ceviche. But this was something I've been thinking about, wondering, can it work? And it does. But like you said, it's confusing.
My brain doesn't know what's going on, but it's really good.
It's delicious.
Because it's that you bite into it expecting all those ceviche flavors because it's just familiar. But it was a success. I'm happy.
I'm gonna have one more.
The serrano in here is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I added a little more. That thing was spicy.
Like that little bit of heat.
Woo! All right, guys. I will see you on the next adventure.